Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Joanne Ackery. I'm a local realtor here in Brantford, Ontario. And I guess you're thinking of maybe moving here and you've come to do some research and find out more information. So if you want to find out the latest information, please like and subscribe to my channel and you'll get the latest updates. And then for now, today I'd like to talk about the pros and cons of living in Brantford so you can make a decision for yourself. One good thing about Brantford is how close it is to Toronto. So at the time of this recording, there's a bit of a traffic jam, but it is typically about an hour and a half to downtown Toronto. Mississauga about an hour, Hamilton about a half an hour. So it's a really good proximity, and you can get to all the lively things happening in Toronto and still live on the cheap. Another great thing about Brantford is the affordable living here. A lot of people are moving from the GTA because you can get a lot more for a lot less, which is really nice. You can have a large backyard, which a lot of people are looking for, storage in your house, just basic things that a lot of people would like to have. And it has great schools. So it's known for some great elementary schools. It also has great high schools and post-secondary. So you can do all of your education in here unless you want to move away from your family, whatever reason, that's great. But yeah, we offer really great schools. It's a great community. We have a lot of really good festivals happening. The Brantford International Villages happens every year in the summer. And you can check out all different parts of the world in Brantford. And then they have the festive dance of that culture, the food and the nightlife, and it's really fun. And you get a passport and you can go and visit all the villages, so that's quite fun. There's also a Rib Fest, a Jazz Fest. There's always stuff going on. A big celebration for Canada Day. It's good. Brantford also has a lot of museums you can go and visit. There's the Brant County Museum, the Woodland Cultural Centre, Adelaide Hunter Hoodless, the Canadian Military Heritage Museum, Bell Homestead. So that's part of the reason Brantford is famous. Alexander Graham Bell, he back in 1876, he made the first long distance call successfully, and so that put Brantford on the map. There's also the conservation area. There's the Myrtleville House Museum and the Paris Museum and Historic District. So lots of good museums to check out. Another thing, if you like to eat, Brantford's got a lot of really great restaurants. So there's some independently owned restaurants. There's a lot of franchises. Lots of options, especially on King George Road. That's where a lot of stuff happens. So really great choices there. So affordability, Brantford is more affordable, obviously, than Toronto. The average income for a household is about $83,000, and individual income is about $47,000. So it's a lot more affordable, and that's why people are coming here. For an individual who's renting, you can expect to spend about, it's stating about $3,200 a month. So that's not too bad. I'll tell you, there's lots of green spaces and parks and trails. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll see that I love the trail system. So if you want to run, bike, walk your dog, whatever, go geocaching, there's lots of great trails around, so it's nice for that. And there's also the Grand River Trail system. So if you wanted to just enjoy the waterfront, you've got that to check out. And I mean, in the summer, a lot of people do the kayaking, or they just float around on tubes, so that's quite fun. It was actually rated the second safest place to live, according to, what was the study called? Rentolo. So that's good to hear. And then if you've heard of an ice skater named Wayne Gretzky, he made it pretty famous too. So Brantford is known to be a hockey town. So there is the Wayne Gretzky Sports Center, and it offers a lot of great, actually, if you watch my one video, you'll notice it in there as well, access to ice rinks. There's, I think, There's 4 Olympic-sized pools. There's a gym there. Lots of great things to do at that center. So that's pretty good. That's another pro of Brantford. For the industries of Brantford, it's a lot of manufacturing is the main industry. So there's a lot of warehousing, logistics that happens here. So that's good. It brings in a lot of businesses. Oh, there is the Ferrero Rocher. So if you're into chocolate, there's the Ferrero Rocher factory that's here now, which is also part of, World Nutella Day. So we get to celebrate that here. We've had films filmed here in our downtown. They filmed Silent Hill. If you're into horror movies, you can look that up. That was filmed here. And I actually moved here years ago from Mississauga and spent a lot of my childhood in Toronto. I don't miss the lineups. It's way busier in Toronto, so there's just less traffic, less people, less wait times in general, so that's kind of nice. And Brantford, the population here, I think on the sign it says 98,000, and the current census, I believe it's stating 103,000, so it's definitely a growing population. There's lots of new houses being built. So those are a lot of the pros. For cons, I'd like to say there's nothing wrong here, but obviously there can be some cons. So if you need transportation, the one thing, there is no GO train. So you would have to, the closest one picks up in Hamilton or Burlington. So you would have to drive a bit east of here to grab the GO train if that's how you wanted to commute to Toronto. Oh, and then house prices are just they're going up. So, I mean, if you want to use that as a con, but I mean, it's still cheaper than a lot of other places. So we're still winning. And then what else? For weather, if you're joining me from out of country, our weather here, the only complaint I have, we don't get enough snow. And you'd be surprised for anyone to say that. I actually snowboard. So we get maybe 2 snowfalls a year. Otherwise, we don't get a lot of snow. Our summers are really nice. I like to stay local for our summers because it can get quite hot and humid. It gets up to maybe 40 degrees with the humidex, and that's Celsius. Typically, it's in the high 20s, mid to high 20s. And then in the winter, I would say it's more around 0. It gets to -5, -10 at the coldest. And then obviously spring hits and it warms up a bit. So we have really good weather here as well. I feel like that's kind of it. If you have any questions, please reach out anytime. Please call, text, or email me for more information. And if you like this information, please like and subscribe to my channel for more useful information on Brantford. I'm looking forward to seeing you around. Take care. Bye.